No, I'm Not a Human takes place in a world that has been devastated by a deadly heatwave. The sun's radiation has become so intense that anyone exposed to it is burned alive. But that's not the only threat. Something else has arrived. An alien presence that's infiltrated the planet. These beings, known only as visitors, disguise themselves as humans. They enter people's homes at night and kill them while they sleep. We follow a man, our protagonist, who learns about the state of the world from his neighbor. The neighbor lives nearby with his daughter and basically acts as our window into the larger story. He explains what's happening, who the visitors are, and most importantly how to spot them. According to him, the key to survival lies in following the guidelines set by FEMA, the Federal Emergency Management Agency. FEMA broadcasts daily on the news, giving instructions on how to identify visitors pretending to be human. These signs include things like unusually perfect white teeth, dirt under their fingernails, red or bloodshot eyes. With this information, the man begins his routine, peeking out the window, always trying to figure out who's real and who isn't. As the story unfolds, he witnesses several horrifying scenes. A visitor murders a group of teenagers in cold blood. Later, he sees a squad of armed soldiers. Eventually, even his neighbor, his only real source of truth, is killed. The neighbor's daughter is left behind, and the man takes her in, trying to protect her. But then something shifts. The FEMA guidelines start to feel off. Too broad, too vague. You start to realize that anyone could match their criteria. White teeth, that's just good dental hygiene. Even dirt under the nails. The red eyes could be allergies or even caused from crying. And that's where the story takes a darker turn. What if FEMA isn't helping? What if FEMA is a part of it? There's growing evidence that FEMA may have been compromised. The signs, the paranoia, it could all be part of a system designed to turn humans against each other, that they start preemptively killing anyone who looks suspicious. And the worst part, after someone is killed, the game reveals whether they were a visitor or not. If the body shows up in a body bag, they were human. If not, they were a visitor. It's only after the damage is done that the truth comes out. They're responsible for testing people to determine if they're truly human. There's something even more disturbing happening in the background. A serial killer. Someone knocking on doors and asking, "Are you home alone?" And killing anyone who answers yes. Is this killer a visitor or something worse? The game doesn't say, at least not yet. It's still in the demo phase, which leaves us with nothing but more theories. There's a moment in the game where a woman explains she was kicked out of her house and somehow doesn't remember going to the hospital afterward. Bright white, just like FEMA's warning signs for a visitor. But here's the kicker. She doesn't even realize it. She talks about coming home, finding her roommate unresponsive, and then being dragged away by some ragged-looking man. She refuses to say more. She's clearly traumatized. Eventually she loses her mind, thinking she's a visitor because she matches the description, and you are forced to deal with her before she does something drastic. What if the visitors aren't even real? What if FEMA is using them as a cover to justify martial law? To isolate communities? To carry out inhumane experiments? What if the real goal is to test how long the human body can survive under solar radiation? It's all speculation, but that's exactly what makes this game so compelling. It feeds you just enough information to keep you guessing, constantly questioning what's real and what's not. The visitors, FEMA, the killer, it all loops together in this eerily believable nightmare. No, I'm Not a Human might still be a demo, but it's already doing what most horrors struggle to do. It unsettles your mind and makes you doubt what you see. So now, you're left questioning everything. Was FEMA even trying to protect anyone, or was it just a front for something much more sinister? an organized effort by the visitors to slowly, quietly erase humanity, turning it against itself. That's the horror of no, I'm not human. The monsters aren't just out there. They're in here with us, wearing our faces, giving us rules, and slowly convincing us to do the killing for them.